Snapdragon Stadium. The season comes to a close, and both of these teams hoping to finish on a high note in the Holiday Bowl. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the San Diego State Aztecs. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, I caught up with the Aztec head coach before the game. As you know, the Pac-12 is trying to rebuild and reload and get back to a conference of dominance in college football. So this game has even more importance here today. They cannot afford to lose to a Power 4 school. They've got to show that they are still a conference of significance here in college football, and that will be played out on the field today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Louisville's offense will go on the attack first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a double.
Man, it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with the win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
They've got him corralled.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Oh, pressure's coming. Out of the backfield, he's open. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
And the Cardinals getting set on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
When you talk Louisville offense, it's Isaac Brown, right? Everything goes through him and his ability to run the football. This guy's a home run hitter, toting the rock, catching the football. He's the guy, David, each and every week defenses have to key in on, and no question this year he is going to be the focal point of this Cardinals offense.
Nobody at the running back spot puts more fear in defenses than Brown. Like, this guy has so much speed. He can make you miss. He erases angles. You saw him several years ago coming as a freshman, just making people look silly. He is that guy. And Braun at the OC spot will call these calls to get him the ball and make sure he can make plays.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fields the punt. And he'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. So San Diego State's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And onto the field comes Lucky Sutton. He's one of the top runners in the sport, and certainly they'll go to him early and often.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed. He can break tackles.
Snags it, and he's open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Looking for a productive play on first down. RPO complete. Oh, he's got some space. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. Pulls it in. It's Sheffield. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Guys, let's think just for a minute about big picture San Diego State. For programs at this level, they are regularly fighting off the big school for diamonds in the rough. But it looks as if they won this battle with a commitment from a three-star receiver, Jesse.
He just thought he had better opportunities on and off the field here at this program. He's going to get a lot of chances to make plays early. With his talent, expect him to start right away. And if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to be trying to find ways to get this three-star the ball.
He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
How do I make the defense defend multiple plays? Really nice job running the RPO. The pass threat, you could tell, softened them up a little bit. Now you hand the football off, and you get the big third down conversion.
Long way to go on second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Brown. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, it's Sutton. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Aztecs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They score for the big fella here. Why are the tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They're looking for something, looking for anything to try to put some kind of score on the board, down 7-0. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Second and long here. Selling the fake. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide left, it's Foley. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Cardinals come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Isaac Brown to the left. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Handoff again. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Out wide right, it's McCoy. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Hand off Isaac Brown. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted, receiver ran on the route, just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. And the Cardinals go back to work after moving the chains through the air. DB's right up on the receivers. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Extra point here will tie the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Aztecs offense makes its way onto the field to start this drive. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Caught, it's Napier. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Aztecs have it with a 1st and 10. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. And the Aztecs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down to the air. They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. The Aztecs will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the ball comes to rest right there.
This punter is such a weapon. And because he's able to get that ball down deep in his opponent's territory, that really helps out the defense. You're now forcing the opponent to drive the field to score points.
It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Long way to go on second down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking deep. Got it down the field. Running free. Getting this offense going. Stopped him at the 38 after the huge gain. Louisville calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Cardinals will now use their final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Cardinals, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Hauls it in. Spins away from the defense. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Reese, talk about an edge-of-your-seat type first half, or as they call it in this game there in San Diego, just another typical Holiday Bowl. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Holiday Bowl.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a bowl win.
Yeah, and I think you look at bowl games, sometimes there's a little bit of rust in the first half. That's what you talk about at halftime. Now, we get the ball, we're down. Let's go make a statement to start this second half. We're here, we're ready, we're going to do some damage.
And here's the thing, they're in...
Makes the grab and room to run. And the Aztecs in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on third down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And you thought maybe in this second half...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Throws to the wideout. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off. The Aztecs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Tells to run, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. With the catch, it's Napier. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. And the Aztecs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fresh set of downs going to the air. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
wants to throw it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Second and long here. Using his legs, it's Sutton. Turning it on. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
Fresh set of downs going up top. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
Yeah, and that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Rush right in his face. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
He's got it. He's down short of the line to gain. It'll bring up a fourth down. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Just couldn't get loose. They stop him right at the line, and they don't convert on fourth down. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Not much movement there. It's a gain of 1. Gets him out to the 5. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And they didn't get it forward and inch. Defense wins the battle up front. On the ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the Heat. The Heat got turned, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety.
And that's one the quarterback just has to learn from. When you're backed up like that, you've got to be able to get rid of the football. And I know he's got to scramble. He's trying to break out to the right-hand side to see if something positive can happen. But all that pursuit is coming after him. He needs to throw that thing away, live to play another play, but instead, it gives up the big safety.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. It's so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
This offense will snap it from the 42. To the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Aztecs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, gonna throw it. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. And the Aztecs have this offense rolling. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Napier. Makes the grab, and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
So the final period starts with a second down play. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. We take a moment to look at the stats of what has been a tight ball game. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Running inside, it's Sutton. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. The Aztecs come to the line with a new set of downs. Right back to the well. He breaks a tackle. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Right side, it's Napier. Touchdown, San Diego State. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
At this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Nice job by the quarterback pre-snap and post-snap. He knew the defense was going to be playing zone coverage, and there was no doubt in his mind where he was going with that football.
Hand off for Brown. There he goes. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
One possession game. Getting late here, and the winner will take a great feeling into the offseason. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Around 4 minutes to play in this postseason battle. Looking for a crease. It's Sutton. He'll bounce his way ahead for a pickup of 4 out to the 14.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Throws it off the RPO. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Third down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. So they'll use a timeout here, 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Throws quickly. They'll use a timeout on defense here. That's their final one. The clock stops just once more at the 2-minute mark.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to...
Makes the grab in their space. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
What a season it has been, and it's been great to share it with you. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation